Hello children, how are you? I hope you are doing well in this lockdown period. Children, in last two lessons of geography, we have taken information about the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Now we are going to study the third lesson of geography, that is tides. This lesson's information I am going to put into two videos. So watch these videos very carefully. Before we start the explanation of this lesson, we need to do certain activity. And after activity, I'm going to ask you some questions. The answers of these questions you are going to write in your notebook. First, what you need to do, you have to observe the photographs which I am going to put into videos, and it is also given in your textbook, that is on page number 9, diagram number 3.1. First question, do the photographs show the same place or different place? Observe and note the spread of water seen in both the photographs, A and B. What is the natural event called which is seen in the photograph? So, answer of this question you are going to note down just in your classwork notebook. What is tides? What is high tide? And what is meant by low tide? Sometimes the seawater is very close to the coast, and other times it is far away from the coast. This natural phenomenon is called as a high tide and low tide respectively. There are some exceptions, but each coast on the earth experiences every day high tide and low tide. One need to see the cycle of the tides. Tides are movements of seawater occurring daily and regularly. The level of seawater changes after a specific period of time. After every 12 hours and 25 minutes, a cycle of high tide and low tide one can experience in the sea. It is very important to understand, very important concept, what is the science behind the tides. The regularly occurring events of high tide and low tide appear to be quite simple and the natural event. However, tides are directly related to the sun, the moon and the earth, and gravitational force of the earth, the sun and the moon, revolution of the earth and the moon. However, tides are directly related to the sun, the moon and the earth, and the gravitational and centrifugal force that interact between them. Now, children, I am going to tell you to do one activity. After that activity, I am going to ask you some questions, and answers of that questions you are going to just note down in your classwork notebook. What you need to do, keep a small stone or a chalk on your notebook and move the notebook from left to right with some force. Take water in a small container that has a handle. See what happens if the container is wheeled around the force. Fill the mixer jars with water and switch on the mixer. Observe, do this under the observation or under the guidance of your parents. Observe a fan and a slingshot while they are moving. Take a half glass of water, slowly move the glass in one direction in circular fashion and observe what happens to the water. Observe what happens if you wheel a keyring around your finger. You might be doing these activities in day-to-day life also, but only thing that we are not doing this activity so carefully. So observation, you should do it while doing the activity. Now, on the basis of this activity, children, I am going to ask you certain questions. Answers of these questions you are going to just note down in your CW. First question. In which direction did the place of a chalk fall? Where did the water in the glass show a bulge? What effect did the movement have on the things attached to the keyring? What happened to the water in the container and in the mixer? In which forces could be operating activities listed above? In which activities did you find that centrifugal or a gravitational force was greater? With the help of these activities, children, you must have understood that centrifugal force and gravitational force are working. So one need to study what is meant by centrifugal force. First of all, we are going to see the definition of centrifugal force. The power or force that the earth gets due to its rotation is called as a centrifugal force. Means the force which earth is getting due to its rotation is called as a centrifugal force. This force works away from the center of the earth. Then what is meant by gravitational force? Due to the centrifugal force, any object on the earth would be thrown into space. However, the gravitational force is working towards the center of the earth at the same time. Whatever you throw in the space will always come down. The fruits are always coming down from the tree. It will not go or it will not fly in the sky due to gravitational force. Due to the gravitational force, any object on the surface of the earth remains at the place where it exists. Now, it is very important to study what are the factors responsible for the occurrence of the tides. Now, recently we have studied first important thing, that is gravitational force of the earth, then centrifugal force of the earth, gravitational force of the moon and the earth. These are the factors which are responsible for the occurrence of the tides. Not only these factors, revolution of the earth and revolution of the moon. Earth is revolving around the sun and moon is revolving around the earth. So indirectly moon is also revolving around the sun. So these are the factors which are responsible for the occurrence of the tides. Now, one should understand, or it is very necessary to understand, the effectiveness of the gravitational force of the moon and that of the sun. So these are also one of the important factor for the occurrence of the tide. The moon, which is closer to the earth than the sun, as it affects the gravitational force of the moon becomes more effective than that of the sun. So these are the factors and effectiveness of the gravitational force of the moon and the sun for the occurrence of the tides. So tides, a place on the earth located at the opposite point of the place experiencing high tide and low tide, also experiences high tide or a low tide respectively at the same time. When there is a high tide at 0 degree meridian and 180 degree meridian, it also experiences high tide. If there is high tide at 0 degree and 180 degree meridian, then low tide will occur at 90 degree east and 90 degree west meridians. When there is high tide at 0 degree meridian, the 180 degree meridian also experiences high tides, means high tides can be experienced at 0 degree and 180 degree meridians simultaneously. So it is very important to understand the timings and the meridians of for the occurrence of the tides. Now there are two types of tides: spring tide, neap tide. What are the effects of the tides? What are the timings of the tides? What is meant by wave? What is the structure of wave? All these information we are going to study in the next video. So here we have understood the basic concept for the occurrence of the tides, that is centrifugal force, gravitational force, revolution of the earth, revolution of the moon. Okay, now in the next video we are going to see the types of tide and structure of the wave. I am going to give you simple assignment on the basis of a knowledge which we have taken in this video. Thank you.